Some of the biggest problems that I see for contractors and home service business owners that they make online, especially when they're trying to push their Google business profile into that three pack of Google, is very often they select the wrong category for their business in the eyes of Google in the Google business profile. And oftentimes they don't select enough categories for their business in order to give themselves a better chance of getting pushed into that three pack. So, in this video, I want to ask you guys, have you selected the correct category and multiple categories for your business to get it pushed into the three pack of Google? What up there, guys? Izzy here once again with Get Busy LLC, helping contractors and home service business owners to understand the internet, Google Map listings, website design, all that stuff to get your business out in front of the customers who are already looking for the services that you provide. So, in this video, I want to talk about a big problem that I see that a lot of contractors and home service business owners end up making a big problem that I see all the time. And that is business owners basically, I think, aren't even aware of the categories sections of Google's in the Google business profile settings. And oftentimes I see contractors and home service business owners selecting the wrong category for their business and oftentimes only selecting like one category when Google allows you to select like I think it's 9 total categories, so you have a total of 10. That doesn't mean you should select them all, but I'm just telling you they give you the options to do that. And the reason you want to select the correct category for your business is because obviously it gives you a better chance of getting your Google business profile into that three pack of Google, where the vast majority of leads are going to be going for your business and getting phone calls and getting email submissions and getting contacts to get more work for your services. And so on this video, I want to share with you guys exactly how you guys can start looking to see if you've selected the correct categories and also how to give you ideas on how to select even more categories to your Google business profile. And believe it or not, if you select these categories correctly, what Google will do is provide services underneath those categories. And that gives you the perfect blueprint to start building out pages on your website that's going to build up your topical authority and let Google know that you are the go to service provider in that location and make sure your Google business profile gets pushed into that three pack of Google. So let me show you guys some simple tools. You can figure this out in just a couple of minutes. It's easy and actually it's even kind of fun to figure all this stuff out. Let me show you guys how I do it. All right, so first things first, let's put on the old glasses. Once again, like I said, I can't see shit these days. So let me show you exactly where these categories are located on your Google business profile. Now I have this listing here that I set up back in my day when I used to create fake listings and stuff. I just happen to have this one still just to use as an example. So it works out great. I don't use it for anything else other than that. So you just go into the little pencil that says edit profile, and that's where your category's at. See the pencil right there? Business category. So Google has like, I don't know how many categories it's got, but it's got tons and tons and tons and tons of categories. And you need to select a primary category for your business. And then as soon as you do that, what Google will do is start giving you services underneath those categories. Do you see what I'm saying? Look at this: general carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, pet stain removal, cleaning and restoration, cleaning services, things like that. And this is where you can start creating additional pages for your website. So let's take a look at another one. So here's another one for like a tree service company. Let's say you just set up the Google business profile. Your primary category in the eyes of Google is that you are a tree service. And what Google will do is just give you, are these some of the things that you actually offer when it comes to your tree services? And you just select it. Yeah, I do tree removal, tree stump removal, tree trimming, tree stump grinding, transplanting, cable and bracing, tree plant. And you can see just out of this, I could build one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 pages on my website in order to start building the authority and tell Google that I know everything about tree removal and tree removal services in this particular area. So now, once again, Google will allow you to select multiple categories for your business, but one of is always going to be the primary. So here's just 3 examples right here. So for like a paving company, their primary category, paving contractor, and then you got secondary categories of asphalt contractor, concrete contractor, road construction company. You see a junk removal business, junk removal service, demolition, debris, blah, 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 blah. Even for something like an RV park, campground, RV storage facility, boat storage, self-storage. If this is all the categories this business offers, select them on the Google Business Profile, and it gives you more chances, a better opportunity for your Google Business Profile to rank higher and get into that three pack of Google. So, how do you know which categories to select? Well, let me show you a quick tool that I like to use. It's called GMB Everywhere. I think it's called GMB Everywhere because it used to be called Google My Business, but now I changed it to Google Business Profiles. So here it is, GMB Everywhere, and it's completely free plugin that you put into your Chrome browser. You just install it. See, install Chrome extension, and what it does, it allows you to spy on everybody else's categories in other cities and other locations. So let's say you're a painter, a house painter in your town. What you want to do is going to go out there and start looking at house painters in towns that are much bigger than yours in other states that you can see might be competitive, and you can start looking to see which categories those business owners have selected. Look at the top three and see which categories they've selected. That basically tells you those are the categories you should be selecting for your business as well. So let me give you a quick example here of people making this mistake. So there, I've installed it. I'm going to turn it on and I'm going to test it out and show you exactly what I mean. So what I decided to do was do a search for junk removal in San Antonio, Texas. Let's do this really quick. Now with this plugin turned on, now it tells me the categories that the top businesses have here, and basically all the service, all the pages, all the listings for this particular search term right here. So as I scroll here, obviously for junk removal, the main category has a little star: junk removal service, debris removal service, waste management service. Those are perfect categories to select for a junk removal business. You see what I'm saying? They seem to be across the board. Junk King is a big franchise, so I would probably follow what they do. We heart junk. Look at this one: debris removal. What a big mistake. Let's see, 1-800 junk. It's junk removal. Family Removal San Antonio. Look at this one. They've only selected one category, and it's the incorrect category: debris removal service. And like I see this across the board with a lot of businesses. They make this mistake for something simple like that. Now, let's take, for example, a home remodel contractor, which I've had a few people reach out to me that are remodelers, right? You would imagine and think that remodel contractor would be the category to select, which makes a lot of sense. But if you go out there and look, especially if you're doing kitchen remodels, bathroom remodels, renovations, like a deck buildings type of stuff, home repairs, all that kind of thing, what you need to do is go out there and look. For example, here, let's go ahead and do this search. Look for areas where it's going to be mega competitive, right? When anybody's going to do home remodels in a competitive area, go take a look and see their categories, and you're going to see what those businesses are selecting if they're probably doing SEO, right? So, home remodel Las Vegas. The sponsor, you just skip all that crap. You don't need to look at those, right? So, here's the top one. Construction company seems to be their number one category, and they got bathroom remodeler as a secondary, contractor, demolition, flooring. You see how many they've selected for their business profile. Let's look at the second one: general contractor, bathroom remodeler, carpenter, drywall contractor. Interesting. The next one: bathroom remodeler. Got it. The next one: general contractor. See, one of the things I've noticed, because I've been doing a little bit of research on these, is let's go ahead and look at this one now. Home remodel in Burbank, California. Burbank, California's got a little bit of money there. General contractor. Home builder, general contractor. Very interesting. General contractor. Let's go take a look at Long Beach, California. Another place with some money. See what they got going on. General contractor. Contractor, general contractor. See what I'm saying? It's beginning to tell me a story, and it's starting to show me what Google will tend to push into that three pack of Google. And to me, it seems like it's general contractor. So when people type in home remodel Long Beach or home remodel in a particular area, now if I am the home remodel contractor and I'm going to build out my own website, I'm probably going to select general contractor as my primary category, and then select stuff like bathroom remodel, kitchen remodeler, roofing contractor, any of the things that you do. Do not go out there and select categories that have absolutely nothing to do with what the services that you provide. You have to be, how do you say, you got to be true to what you do. You know, if you do bathroom remodels, kitchen remodels, deck building, select those categories. Do not select categories just for the sake of trying to beat out everybody because you've selected more categories. That's not the way you want to do things. And that's how you start to do it. And this is what I started to do as I started to work with a lot of paving companies, asphalt paving contractors. You would think asphalt contractor would be the primary category that Google tends to rank the most. Nope, it's paving contractor. And then you select asphalt contractor as a secondary, concrete if the paving company offers that. If not, don't do it. Road construction, grading and excavating is another category if the business does it. If it doesn't, do not select it. So that's all you have to do. And here's the big bonus of all of this. So once you start to figure all this stuff out and you're selecting the primary category that fits your business the best and all the uh, and all the secondary categories, once you do that, Google's going to give you all of these things to fill out, right? All those services that you provide underneath those categories, just like this here, just like this here, just like this here. And here's the bonus thing. What Google's doing here is giving you basically a blueprint on how you should build out your website by selecting the proper services. So naturally now I'm just going to build a website here. Let's say some paving company out in, I don't know, let's say St. George, Utah, wanted to rank better and get to that 3-pack of Google. I would say this is how you got to do it, man. Your primary category has to be paving contractor, and we're going to build pages underneath, service pages under this main service that you do. We're going to build out another page for asphalt contractor, and then services underneath that. Another one under concrete contractor, services underneath that, road construction, and services underneath that. And this gives you the opportunity to create like 20, 30, 40 pages if needed in order to get that business ranking into that 3-pack of Google. So there you go. A very simple mistake a lot of local businesses make, contractors, especially when they don't really look into the Google business profile all that much. But once you figure all this stuff out, you get in that plugin and you start spying on some of the competition in other states and other towns. Hell, even in your own town, you can see who the top 3 guys are, which categories they've selected, which one's their primary, and see if that's what you need to do for your business to make sure you can get pushed into that 3-pack of Google. So there you go. Pretty easy fix that you can do probably in about 10, 15 minutes. Crack a beer open, go on your Google business profile and start fixing all that stuff up, and you should be good to go. Now, if you want to know how to build out a website that's going to match that Google business profile, all the service pages that you've created, I have a training that shows you how to build out a website just like that. You can check it out in the description below. I have everything on there. I got templates. I got ChatGPT prompts. I show you how to do everything step by step, the exact same way I build out websites for contractors and home service business owners that hire me out, and show you how to do it every step of the way so you can just do it on your own, on your spare time. Once again, when you're cracking a beer in the evening and chilling out, watching a ball game, you can start figuring out how to do all that stuff out on your own. If you don't want to deal with any of that crap, you could always reach out to me in the description below. I have links. You could check out some of my pricing on the cost of some of these websites, how many pages you're going to need, all that good stuff to get your Google business profile in front of those people already looking for the services you provide in your local market. And if you guys want to see how I start to outline the structure of a website, how I get all that stuff going, I made a quick example for somebody who does mobile detailing, mobile car detailing. You could check out that video right here. And that's all I got for you guys today. Until next time.